Hello students, today we see the next theorem, that is theorem 8 and theorem 9, only statement of these two theorems and not proof. So theorems are very important. Theorem 8 states that a non-decreasing sequence which is non-bounded above diverges to infinity. That means non-decreasing sequence which is non-bounded above means increasing sequence which is not bounded above diverges to infinity. So we can understand that if sequence is increasing and if it has no upper limit, it will be divergent. Similarly, a non-increasing sequence which is non-bounded below diverges to minus infinity. That means non-increasing sequence means decreasing sequence and which has not lower limit, which is not bounded below means which has no lower limit, diverges to minus infinity. So the sequence is going on decreasing and it has no lower bound, therefore that sequence will be divergent, but it will diverge to minus infinity. So these are two statements. Now we have to see next theorem which is very important, that is the sequence of 1 plus 1 upon n bracket raised to n and the whole bracket raised this n goes from 1 to infinity. That means the nth term of this sequence is 1 plus 1 upon n bracket raised to n. That means if we put n is equal to 1, then we get the first term 1 plus 1 upon 1, that is 2. Raised to n means raised to 1, means first term is 2. Next term n is equal to 2, therefore 1 plus 1 half raised to 2. Next term will be 1 plus n is equal to 3, we put 1 plus 1 upon 3 raised to 3. Like this, these are the terms of the sequence, and here we put n from 1 to infinity. Now this sequence is convergent sequence. So we have to prove this sequence is convergent sequence. Now here we use the above theorems. Before 7th theorem we have seen that if the sequence is non-decreasing, that means if sequence is increasing sequence and if it is bounded above, then it is convergent. If sequence is increasing and not bounded above, then it is divergent. This is we have written in above theorem. But if sequence is non-decreasing, that means increasing sequence, and if it is bounded above, then it is convergent sequence. So we use this theorem here. For that we have to prove first that this theorem is non-decreasing theorem, and then we have to prove that it is convergent. So first we prove that this sequence is increasing sequence. For that, what is meant by increasing sequence? We have seen it before. Increasing sequence means next term is greater than the previous term. S1, S2 is greater than S1, S3 is greater than S2, and so on. All next term is always greater than the previous term. This is we called as increasing sequence. So this sequence we have to prove that this sequence is increasing sequence. Therefore we have to prove that Sn plus 1 is greater than Sn. For that we have to expand that bracket 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n. For expansion we must know this is binomial theorem or binomial expansion. You have studied this before this. So what is binomial theorem? That is a plus b bracket raised to n is equal to nc0 a raised to n into b raised to 0, or only nc0 a raised to n, plus nc1 a raised to n minus 1 into b plus nc2 a raised to n minus 2 into b square plus dash dash. Last term is ncn a raised to 0 b raised to n, or only ncn b raised to n. So this a raised to 0 means 1. So this is formula, and now we have to use this formula. Instead of now values of this nc0, if we put in this formula, then this formula becomes value of nc0 is 1. Therefore a raised to n, value of b raised to 0 is 1. Therefore first term is a raised to n, plus next nc1, value of nc1 is n. Therefore n into a raised to n minus 1 into b, plus value of nc2 is n into n minus 1 divided by factorial 2 into a raised to n minus 2 b square, plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by factorial 3. This is the value of nc2 into a raised to n minus 3 into b cube. This is value of nc3, and this is next term we have not written in above step. And the last step is value of ncn is again 1. Therefore a raised to 0 plus into b raised to n, or value of a raised to 0 is 1. Therefore the last term is only b raised to n. So we use this formula to expand our Sn is equal to 1 plus 1 upon n bracket raised to n. This is our nth term. So for expansion here we have a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 1 upon n. So in this above formula we put a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 1 upon n. Therefore this formula becomes 1 raised to 1 n plus n into 1 raised to n minus 1. These terms of 1 raised to, we cannot, or if we not write these terms, then this will be correct, but I have written here so that you can understand how I used this above formula. Therefore by writing instead of a 1 and instead of b 1 upon n, we get this formula, and finally we get 1 plus 1 plus n into n minus 1 upon 2 into 1 upon n square plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 upon factorial 2 means 2 into 3, 1 into 2 into 3. Sorry, next term is factorial 3. This is n into n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by factorial 3 means 3 into 2 into 1, that is 6 into 1 upon n cube. Likewise, the last term is only b raised to n, that is 1 upon n raised to n means 1 upon n raised to n. Therefore, this is equal to, now here in each term there is division of power of n. In this term, third term, n into n minus 1 is in numerator and here is 1 upon n square. So if we write this n square as n into n, and if we divide this n into n minus 1, then this n will be cancelled and n minus 1 divided by n, we get 1 minus 1 upon n. Similarly, in the next term, here is 1 upon n cube and here are three terms, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. In each term, we divide by n. That means we divide n into n, that is n cube. So, dividing by this n cube, that means dividing by each term by n. So, we get this n is cancelled and this n minus 1 divided by n means 1 minus 1 upon n. Next bracket is n minus 2 dividing by n, it is 1 minus 2 upon n and divided by 6. In this way, for each term we divide this n raised to, and that means for each bracket we divide by n. Here last term as it is 1 upon n raised to n. Therefore, we get 1 plus 1 plus 1 minus 1 upon n divided by 2 means 1 into 2. This is 1 into 1 minus 1 upon n into 1 minus 2 upon n divided by 6. 6 means 1 into 2 into 3. So, and this here is last term 1 upon n raised to n. This is as it is. So, this is the nth term of our sequence. That means in one term there are total n minus n plus 1 terms. So, this is nth term of the sequence and it contains n plus 1 term. Here first two terms are 1 plus 1. So, counting from this 1, there are total n terms, and counting this 1, the total number of terms becomes n plus 1 terms. So, this is Sn, that means nth term of the given sequence. Now, from these terms, we can write any term. That means we write here k plus 1th term. So, k plus 1th term of the sequence is from this. In this fourth term, there are two brackets and the last bracket is 1 minus 2 upon n. So, here k plus 1th term will be, we write first all brackets and dash dash, and the last we don't know what is k, therefore the last term of that is 1 minus k minus 1 upon n divided by 1 into 2 into 3 into k. You see here, this is fourth term, 1 minus 1 upon n into 1 minus 2 upon n, and here is multiplication of 1 and 2 and 3. So for k plus 1th term, here will be multiplication of these 1, 2, 3 up to k terms, and above the brackets will be end. The last bracket will be 1 minus k minus 1 upon n. So this is k plus 1th term of Sn. Now we have to see that what is k plus 1th term of the sequence, next term of the sequence, that is Sn plus 1. This is our Sn, and first we write now next term, that is Sn plus 1, and we see the k plus 1th term of Sn plus 1, and we compare these two terms. So first we write Sn plus 1. So Sn plus 1, from above Sn only substitute n by n plus 1. We get Sn plus 1. So substituting here n by n plus 1, we get same formula, only instead of n there is n plus 1. From that we can write k plus 1th term. Here also the total number of terms are n plus 2 terms. Therefore k plus 1th term of this we can write that 1 minus 1 upon all the brackets dash dash, and last bracket will be 1 minus k minus 1 upon n plus 1. So and in denominator 1 into 2 into up to k. So this is k plus 1th term of Sn plus 1. Now we have to compare these two k plus 1th terms. So for that we compare the bracket in each term. So first in Sn there is n, and in Sn plus 1 there is n plus 1. So we see that 1 upon n is greater than 1 upon n plus 1, because n is less than n plus 1. Therefore 1 upon n is greater than 1 upon n plus 1. Changing sign, we get the opposite sign here. Instead of greater than we write less than. So minus 1 upon n is less than minus 1 upon n plus 1, and adding both sides 1, we get 1 minus 1 upon n is less than 1 minus 1 upon n plus 1. So these two brackets are compared, and we say that 1 minus 1 upon n is less than 1 minus 1 upon n plus 1. Similarly, instead of 1 we take 2, and we can show that 1 minus 2 upon n is less than 1 minus 2 upon n plus 1. So comparing all the brackets, we can say that each bracket in Sn is less than bracket in Sn plus 1, and therefore the term Sn is less than k plus 1th term of Sn is less than k plus 1th term of Sn plus 1, and therefore we can say that Sn is less than or equal to Sn plus 1, or Sn plus 1 is less than or equal to Sn plus 2. Sn plus 2 is less than or equal to Sn plus 3, and from that we say that Sn is less than or equal to Sn plus 1 is less than or equal to Sn plus 2 less than or equal to dash dash, and therefore this is nothing but non-decreasing or increasing sequence. Therefore sequence Sn is increasing sequence. We have shown it. Now the next part we see in next lecture.